Winter weather and shorter days can make the roads a little trickier, especially for children and teens walking, biking, or riding in the car. The right habits and added precautions can help families and kids stay ahead of the curve. Joining us now to share expert tips on keeping our littlest passengers safe is Jennifer Rubin-Marie, Safe Kids Coordinator with UC Davis Health. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, okay, so pedestrians, bike, and car travel safety are important all year round, of course. But why do we need to step up our safety practices during the fall and winter months, Jennifer?
Sure, winter weather is finally here, even in Sacramento. And so the rain and just the overall winter road conditions does make things a little more dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, here in Sacramento, we can be prone to a little localized flooding and other things that happen in the rain. But I will say, as a Sacramento native, I am not skilled at driving in the snow.
Yes.
So if I was going to go up to Tahoe, I might want to make sure my car and I are ready.
Yes, we want to make sure that is good to go. And I mean, now that we've turned our clocks back for the end of daylight savings, which has been nice to get that extra hour, but how does that impact kids walking and biking on our roads?
It is getting dark earlier, so that walk home from school or from sports practice that used to happen in the daylight might now be in the dark.
Yeah.
So we really want them to take some considerations and make some changes in their routine walking home.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed it too. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock. Is it already dark?
So I can't believe it.
Yeah, want to make sure we're keeping everybody safe. And the old saying, I've heard this growing up as a kid, look both ways when crossing the street. So what else do we need to teach our kids about walking safely? And does that saying still hold up to this day?
Yeah, the classics still apply, right?
Yeah.
So look both ways. We want to teach them to look left, to look right, and look left again. Things that we have always done, like cross at the corners or the crosswalks and not just in the middle of the street. But we've added some things on since we were little.
Yeah.
First, avoiding distractions.
Okay.
Right? A lot of us now walk while looking down at our phones or devices. So let's say heads up, phones down, but especially when they go to cross the street, right? Teach them when they reach the corner, pause, look up, look around, maybe even take out a headphone.
Yeah.
And then it's time to cross. The other big thing to add on is being safe means being seen. How can they be seen by the drivers? I will tell you, my navy blue today, my UC Davis Aggie blue is not a good example.
Yeah.
We might want to add on something like a reflective vest or an armband or even something reflective onto their backpack.
Yeah.
Like a reflective stripe or just bright colors really help out.
Yeah, and we even got this little reflective light as well too.
You can add reflectors onto anything, onto their backpack, onto their bike, onto their shoes, just anywhere you can be reflective or be bright and be seen.
Anywhere where people can be seen, like you mentioned, and with it being darker earlier, just kind of keeping these things in store close around so when the kiddos are walking home, they're safe. Yeah. And then how about biking safely? Any tips for that?
Yeah, the classics apply here too. Making sure we wear a helmet anytime we're on wheels. So that's not just bikes, right? Nowadays we've got scooters, skateboards, hoverboards, those one-wheel contraptions. So just anytime you're not on your own 2 feet, anytime on wheels, we want a properly fitting helmet. Yeah, and then really think about if an e-bike or an e-scooter is appropriate for your kiddo, especially those under 16. They don't know the rules of the road like we do, and those electronic devices move so fast that they might not be safe for kids.
I was going to say, even as adults, when I've been on one of the e-bike or scooters, they kick into gear pretty fast. So you want to make sure you know how to do so and making sure the right people are. How can drivers also help keep everyone safe on the road this time of year?
Yeah, that's one way we can care for each other as a community, right? Put yourself in the shoes of each group. Sometimes the bicyclists will say to me, those crazy drivers, and the drivers will say, those crazy bicyclists. So no matter what group you're a part of, let's take care of each other. And if a car hits a walker or a biker, they're gonna lose, no matter who made the mistake or who's at fault. So let's put our phones down, avoid driving distracted, slow down when it's dark or raining, and avoid driving drowsy or impaired is really helpful as well.
All right, I'm going to remember that new saying you said, heads up, phones down.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today and for these very helpful tips.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information, for more tips on keeping kids safe while walking, biking, and riding in the car this winter. Visit safekidssacramento.org.